have
Oh,
chosen or been chosen to relocate to one of our finest remaining urban centers. I
okay.
thought so much of City 17 that I elected to establish
Right
my
now, I'm gonna
administration
do a
here
video of
in the
Half-Life
citadel so
2
thoughtfully provided by
to
our
show off a
benefactor.
glitch.
I've been proud to
A
call City
game-breaking
17 my
glitch
home.
that I know how
And
to
so,
do.
whether you are here to stay or
So,
passing
without
through on
further
your
ado,
way
let's
to parts
throw this
unknown,
box over the
welcome
turnstiles
to City 17.
like we're just a simple delivery man carrying a package through the
Dr.
train
Freeman again.
station.
I was hoping I'd seen the last of him in
It's
City
rather
14.
heavily fortified, this train station, isn't it? But you can't allow yourself to be intimidated when you're a delivery man. After all, we face fierce guard dogs and whatnot sometimes anyway. But, normally,
Welcome. Welcome
no,
to City 17. You have chosen or been chosen to relocate to
normally
one of
when
our
you play
finest
this
remaining urban
game,
centers.
as soon as you set
I thought
foot
so
in this
much of City
area here,
17 that I elected
that
to
door ahead
establish
of you
my
closes so you
administration here
can't go through
in the
there
citadel so thoughtfully
to the
provided by
trains
our benefactor.
that
I've
should
been proud to
take a
call City
person
17
to
my
Nova
home. And
Prospekt,
so, whether you are here to
and
stay
which
or
Nova
passing
Prospekt is a
through on
rather
your way to
scary
parts unknown,
place, by the way.
welcome to City
Really,
17. It's
it
safe
would be
here.
much better if we could head off there to the plaza, I think that says. To the plaza, yes, of this City 17, which is a nicer place. But, instead, I'll try to do something unorthodox. And I failed. So I'll try again with this
Welcome.
box.
Welcome to City 17. You have chosen or
That
been chosen
still
to
doesn't look
relocate to
quite
one of our finest
right.
remaining urban centers.
So I'll try
I
with
thought so
more
much of
stuff
City
now.
17 that I
Like this
elected to establish my
suitcase.
administration here in the citadel so
No, I don't
thoughtfully
think that's
provided by
quite done
our
it either.
benefactor. I've been proud to
So
call City 17 my home.
I'll
And
try with
so,
this
whether
one.
you are here to stay or
Maybe if we can
passing
pour enough
through on your way to
stuff
parts unknown,
in
welcome
that
to
doorway,
City 17.
it will
It's
work
safe here.
eventually. Sadly, I've got to come back this way and fetch more stuff. Is there any stuff
Right.
around here? And by stuff, I mean big things like suitcases and cardboard boxes. Yes, here's one. In their role as stuff, they will help me to
Welcome.
jam the door
Welcome to
open.
City 17. You have chosen or been chosen to
In their role
relocate
as
to one of our finest
things.
remaining urban
No,
centers.
that didn't do it
I thought so
either.
much of City 17 that I elected to establish my
Of
administration here
course, I don't know
in the
why
citadel
I'm
so
just
thoughtfully provided by our
fetching
benefactor.
so much stuff
I've been proud
because
to call City 17 my
when you
home.
think about it,
And
all I
so,
needed to
whether
do
you
was
are here to
just,
stay or passing through on your way to parts unknown,
all I really
welcome
needed to do
to
was
City 17. It's safe
load
here.
an old save. All I needed to do was load an old save when I failed to throw in the first when I failed to throw in the first box in the right position. Not just yet, I wouldn't say. Wouldn't say the door path is sufficiently
Welcome.
blocked just yet.
Welcome to City 17.
So
You have chosen or been
need
chosen
to
to
find,
relocate
need
to
to
one of
get
our finest
more.
remaining urban centers.
Fortunately,
I thought so
the
much of
game's
City
rather
17 that I
generous with
elected to
giving us
establish
lots of big
my administration
things,
here
lots
in the
of
citadel so
boxes and
thoughtfully provided
suitcases
by
at this
our
early
benefactor.
point in the game.
I've been proud to call City 17?
Makes you wonder why they've got so many railings here, doesn't it? I mean, it's not that you could imagine tons and tons of people lining up to come to this place, is it? No, that doesn't look good either. So I'll get another one. Makes for a long, tedious walk. These aisles, doesn't it? Like the guards somehow think lots and lots of people are going to be wanting to come here and be around delusions of grandeur, I say, Sonny Jim.
Welcome. Welcome to City 17. You have chosen...
Still got me OCD nerves somewhat.
...remaining urban centers. I thought so much of City 17 that I elected to establish...
It's starting to look a bit worrying, that pile getting very high, isn't it? Makes you wonder what those guards are thinking as well, doesn't it? Wanting me to progress on, but instead I'm just bringing lots of boxes. Unless they really believe me when I told them that I'm a delivery man here making a huge delivery. After all, Dr. Breen, the man who keeps appearing on the screen giving speeches, these might be a load of like library books for him or something. That doesn't look good either. I might have to start throwing things with more force into that doorway.
You have chosen or been chosen to relocate to one of our finest remaining urban centers.
Can only imagine people watching this and smirking at my incompetence as I repeatedly fail to throw boxes and suitcases into the exact right place to jam the door. But love, I still fail after throwing all these objects in the way. And then I have to end up having to reload. No, that didn't go well either. That security guard, that metro cop mustn't have liked me brushing up against him there.
Welcome to City 17.
I'm starting to run out of boxes and suitcases as well, it seems. There is plenty more out there, though. Maybe we'll get more power with our throw if we throw it from this angle.
I've been proud to call City 17 my home. And so, whether you are here to stay or
The OCD is seeming somewhat better though.
City 17. It's safer here.
That could do it. So let's try. Yes, it worked. So the door's jammed, so now we can get through. Because of how the door broke open this cardboard box. See, normally metro cops should shove you away if you go close to them at this early point in the game. But this one, because we aren't supposed to be by him, he isn't doing anything, just holding his gun, which he was originally going to threaten me with before I got in here too fast for him. Looks a bit freaky the way his head's leaning to the side a bit, making him look like a zombie inside that, underneath that mask, isn't he? And here we have another metro cop. This one pushes us away, funnily enough. Although he never does anything worse than push us away. Like the others, if they keep pushing us, we'll get angry and pull out their shocking sticks and hit us with them, but he never does that. He must be a nice metro cop. Don't just, and now he's shoving me in the face to get me away from him as well. Nice, but not too nice, it seems. And these big combine computer stations, the combine of the alien group who's conquered the world in this game, and these are the computer stations and monitors. I find them rather scary and intimidating the way they're so big and bulky. And when you think of how this alien group likes to use cybernetic soldiers, and I find cyborgs scary. These aren't cyborgs though, these are just humans who have agreed to work for the Combine as police to help them enslave humanity in exchange for better living conditions and food and what have you than most people get in this conquered world. Yeah, so clearly people who are unlucky, who are frowned upon by the Combine, get loaded onto these trains which are heading for Nova Prospekt, which is a prison in the game which has been remodeled by the Combine and used as a place where they convert humans into cybernetic soldiers who are brainwashed to fight for the Combine. They also create various other cybernetic terrors in Nova Prospekt as well. So obviously we wouldn't want to go on one of these trains, would we? Of how scary and intimidating and sinister and malevolent they look. Fortunately, we can't get on them because of how we aren't supposed to be in this place. So let's thank God for small favours. And as you can see, this place is very empty and dark with nothing here, and it has that rather strange white texture because of how we're never supposed to see this room from this angle. So the game makers, Valve, never bothered to texture this little wall here. And so it's just this plain, bright, white light here. Isn't that intriguing, my sons and daughters? Isn't that intriguing, my sons and daughters, my brothers and sisters, my nieces and uncles, my friends and families? Oh, I should have said my aunts and uncles, shouldn't I? But what can you do in this day and age? So let's leave. I think they call these battery trains or something like that. They look awfully thin and narrow to get on and ride to a place, don't they? But then again, I suppose the Combine don't really care much for human comfort. You see how these little walls at the side of the track are supposed to have these elaborate, realistic, gritty textures, whereas that one is just this plain white one, and how it stretches, it gets all weird, and we get close to it like it's never been finished, never been properly graphically designed or coded or what have you. Anyway, I'll go back to where we're supposed to go and pretend and act like we're going to play the game properly, even though we're not, because I'm going to stop the video now and be thankful that we're not going to that scary Nova Prospekt prison.
You have chosen, or
Goodbye, my friends. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.